friends, welcome to Tradition in the Kitchen. I'm Tobi, and today we're going to be making challah. Challah is a traditional Jewish bread eaten on Shabbat. Most of the time, it's baked with a decorative braid design. The strands of the braid resemble arms, and because the arms are intertwined, they represent love. For this challah recipe, you will need 1 1/4 cups carbonated water, 1 1/2 tablespoons active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon sugar, 5 cups all-purpose flour, 1/2 tablespoon salt, 1/4 cup vegetable oil, another 1/2 cup sugar, 1/4 cup honey, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, 2 eggs. Later on, for an egg wash, you will need 1 egg, 1 teaspoon water, 1 teaspoon honey, but you can set these aside until it's time to bake the challah. To start, we have to make a yeast mixture. Heat the carbonated water for around 30 seconds in the microwave until it's lukewarm. Then add the 1 teaspoon of sugar and the yeast, and set this bowl aside to allow the mixture to get foamy. To make the dough, we're going to use a stand mixer fitted with the whisk or paddle attachment. Add 1 1/2 cups of flour, salt, and sugar to the bowl, and mix together until they are combined. Once the yeast mixture has become foamy on top, add it to the bowl, along with the oil and honey, and mix. If you're using a stand mixer, switch to a dough hook. Add in 1/2 cup of flour, eggs, and apple cider vinegar, and mix. Now add in 2 more cups of flour. Once the mixture is fully combined, it's time to switch to the counter. First, flour your surface thoroughly to make sure the dough does not stick. Transfer the dough mixture onto the counter. Knead in the remaining 1/2 cup of flour and continue kneading until the dough comes together. To knead, fold each side like you're closing a book, fold up the bottom using the base of your hands, and then fold the top back down towards you. It may take a little while before the dough comes together. Once the dough has come together, flour a bowl and place the ball of dough into this bowl. Using a small towel, cover the bowl and allow the dough to rise for 4 hours. At some point while it's rising, it's important to punch down the dough to let out any air bubbles, and then allow it to continue rising. Time to braid. There are many ways that you can braid challah bread, but today we are going to learn a 3-strand and a 4-strand braid. Because we are making 2 challah loaves, divide the dough in half and set 1/2 aside. We'll begin with a 3-strand braid. Divide the dough into 3 equally sized sections. Roll out each of the 3 sections into a long strand of dough by applying pressure in the middle and rolling your hands outward. Continue until all 3 strands are rolled out. Now we braid. A 3-strand challah braid is the same as a braid you would do in someone's hair. Take strand number 3 and cross it over strand number 2. Now take strand number 1 and cross it over the new strand number 2. Continue this process until you have completed the braid. You don't have to start the braid directly at the top because we can come back and finish the top of the braid afterwards. End the braid by squeezing the 3 strands together and tucking them under the end of the loaf. Place this challah dough aside and retrieve the ball of dough we set aside earlier. Now we will begin 4-strand braid. Divide this ball of dough into 4 equally sized sections. Roll out each of these 4 strands once again and line them up to be braided. To braid, first cross strand number 4 over strand number 3. Then cross strand number 2 over strand number 1. Now, cross the new strand 2 over the new strand 3. Continue this process all the way to the end, and then squeeze and tuck the ends. Once you have braided both loaves, place them onto a large cookie sheet lined with parchment paper and cover them with the towel. Let the loaves rise for about an hour and a half. Once the challah loaves have risen, it's time to prepare them for baking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now prepare the egg wash. In a small bowl, beat 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of water, and 1 teaspoon of honey. Using a pastry brush or your fingers, cover both loaves generously with the egg wash. Once the oven is preheated, bake the challahs for about 24 to 26 minutes, depending on your oven. Now we have our finished challahs. Thanks for baking along with me today. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make challah. Subscribe to this channel for more videos and check out our Instagram and website for more updates. I would love if you could visit my website by pressing the button in the description box below and take the survey to let me know what you thought of today's video. Bye!